Hello and welcome to Football Fanatics. I'm your host Vincent, and today we're going over Trevor Lawrence in Week 4, his fourth career start in the NFL. Let's jump straight into it. We got a screen to Chanot up top here. Just catch it, rip it, easy completion. Now, these screens are easier going to the left because Lawrence is a right-handed quarterback, and as he's under center, his feet do point the right way to the receiver. If you have a screen to the bottom here, he'd have to flip his hips all the way around. So nice play design. Get this blocker here, that tackle to go get the block on the linebacker, and then your wide receiver and your tight end will crisscross, and that will open up a lane for Shenault to get like 8 to 10 yards here. You get nice little blocks there, get you the yards you need, bring up first down. A couple plays later, you get to fourth down. Now here you have a basic cover 3 concept with these two corners on the outside taking away the outside third, and then this safety taking away the middle third. You will end up getting 4 pass rushers out of this mess, and then the rest will drop underneath, so 3 guys drop out, and that will leave you with 4 guys underneath. Well, now, they have a good play to beat this, as this outside receiver up top is doing a hook, and this inside receiver is doing a post kind of seam route. Now, you would like to see this inside receiver really tighten that post down to more of almost a deep in, rather than it should be closer to a deep in than a fade, because you have all this space from the linebackers getting depth. So if we watch it, he gets the ball. Now, he ran past it. Look at all this. Let's actually advance. Look at all this green space in front of him. They could have thrown it really anywhere between the 30 and 35 yard line, and you would have been fine for the completion. But because of the lack of adjustment by the receiver and the lack of throwing the guy open by Trevor Lawrence, it gets thrown into that cornerback able to make the play, able to get off the field on third down. So that's one of the things you'd like to see Lawrence get better at. And if we also look, let's take a step back here. Now, he starts 5 to 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage in shotgun. Now, he catches this ball, backs up another 4 yards. Now, that means he's 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Most quarterbacks will stay about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And if he were in that 5 to 7 yard range, he'd be right in the middle of the pocket. And then he'd have time to survey this field, because his receiver has not yet ran past the first level and stemmed it. So if he's in the pocket, he can take that extra hitch and get the ball a little bit more accurately. However, because he's behind the pocket, the ends are able to gain that outside leverage, walk into him, and that will end up breaking up, or he'll get hit, and he cannot get an effective play, an effective throw off. Here we just got a jet sweep. Good to see Dan Arnold on the block there, get you 10 yards. Like to see those fun play calls, because it helps open up the rest of your passing game. So here we got a roll out to the right. Now this receiver here is going to drive hard off the line and then turn around at the last second to catch it. Now, just a great route by him, because if you watch, he's driving right there to hold this corner back and keep the threat of going behind him. And then he turns around, gets the ball, easy completion. Nice to see your receiver helping your young quarterback out. Also like to see the rollout to help create his own pocket and run away from trouble. So here we get a nice go route by this outside receiver. It looks like Dan Arnold. And then you get a hitch and an out route by those two inside guys. Now, I don't know why he doesn't throw this out route, because if we go right here, he has that natural rub where he can throw it on if there was a 5 for the 45-yard line, right there he could throw it, and it would probably be an easy completion. And you see he's pumping that direction. I just don't know why he doesn't throw that. I'm wondering if he's worried that Trey Waynes will come off his guy and come down, but that's not really a possibility. But for whatever reason, he goes against that, pulls it down, finds his escape lane, and gets himself a first down. Can't complain too much, just don't know. I'd like to listen to why he chose not to do that. Here we got a run. I just want to hear why he chose not to go with that. Was he scared? Did he think the guy was going to jump it? Just get in his head a little bit, understand the thought process behind that. So here we have a fun route where we have a play action where all the offensive linemen are going to go with the play action, block as if it's a run play. And even this receiver's doing like a weird in-block route from the slot. And that will allow you to have a flat route by Dan Arnold that gets wide open with the go route from the receiver. No one's going to be there. Nice, easy completion. Like to see these coordinators setting up Lawrence to have these easy completions, because you don't have to have him trying to read a defense every play. So here we just turn around, hand it off to the running back. He will end up getting in. Nice to see your running back do that for you. Helps you later on down the goal line, because they have to respect the run then. But nothing Lawrence did there except hand the ball off. So here we're going to have another one of those Kyle Shanahan play actions where the entire offensive line and the running back fakes that run left. And this will, again, Dan Arnold will just slip out to the top side, coming across the line of scrimmage, get you a very easy completion. Now, the good thing is, Lawrence gets depth after the play action, because here they have the blitzer. Because he's getting depth, he can just dump it over the head, get you an easy first down. Good play. You do end up getting hit, but Lawrence gets that good throw, good read, gets the ball out of his hands fast. So here, just a read option. He takes it, gets himself the first down. Nothing too much there other than just having a good athletic quarterback. And here, he will anticipate this out route from the... Let's actually take a step back here. So here, coming up, this outside receiver is going to run a out route. Now, we'll look at when he throws it. Right there, he's starting to throw it before the guy even gets 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. You like to see that because it's really hard to cover when they're throwing that fast, because you have to be jumping from the get-go. Here, just another run. Nothing too much to say about it. Good, get you 20 yards, I think it was, about. Those runs really help your play-action game. That makes it easier. So here, Dan Arnold, the wing tight end, will end up getting a little hook route. Everyone else working deep. Lawrence doesn't like the deep option, so he comes back to the hook. Like to see him working through the progression because he looked at both sides of the deep, didn't like it, get you to 3rd and short where they would take a read option, get you back to 1st and 10. So here, they're running some sort of concept on the top, probably to the end zone, probably some sort of levels concept. I didn't see it. Lawrence looks at it, that doesn't like it, will end up getting Hollister on this little drag route. Now, good pocket motion. Also, a really good throw, because he's throwing it intentionally behind this tight end, Hollister, and that will allow him to slow down and catch this ball easily, rather than running straight into the corner. So, he gets the catch, able to hold his feet, get you an extra 2-3 yards off of that. Like to see it. So, here, 3rd and 2, they'll go back to that read option. Here he just sticks his foot in the ground, out moves the defensive end, gets past him for the easy touchdown, and that's one of the advantages of having Lawrence as your quarterback, is he's so athletic that he can just make a guy miss in the open field. So going into his 4th drive here, now the announcers called this a busted play. I don't think it really is. I think Lawrence just had the wrong hand, because everyone still is running a route. It looks like everyone knows what they're doing. Lawrence still looks confident. Get the big throw on the go route. Great pass, just hard to defend when Lawrence throws a pass that's that well. Nothing too much to say other than that. Here on the bottom, we got a clear out route by this slot receiver just to take that corner into the end zone, and will allow Chenault to run a nice slant route. Again, Lawrence will throw this ball intentionally behind his receiver in order to keep him safe and away from the corner. So here you get a nice throw. Get it behind him, allow Chenault to spin. He'll end up getting it to the 1. I would have kicked a field goal here. Put you up 17. That's a 3-score lead going into half. They end up deciding to run this ball. Or go for it. Now they'll end up running a power option where Lawrence can either flip it to the running back or take it himself. I would much rather see when you have a 9 to 10 guy box here, depending whether you count that slot corner. They are going to sell out for the run here. Now you have a tight end on the line of scrimmage, so you can move this wide receiver across. I would have him motion down to that left guard spot, snap the ball, have a double slant by those two bottom guys. Easy slant. He'll probably have an easy pitch and catch touchdown pass. If it's not, then you can try and find Dan Arnold or take it himself. But that would allow Lawrence to have 2 to 3 options to try and get it in, rather than this where he only has really the one option of take it himself. This linebacker will end up following Lawrence, meeting him in the hole, and because he's just a big linebacker, able to knock him back, not allow him in, and that would bring them to halftime. So, advancing here to the next drive, we have a little go route by the left, so we have a play action, I should say. Now, normally when you have these types of play actions, Lawrence will boot out the back end this time to the right, and then you'll run sort of concept to the right side of the field. However, here they're going to have him hold. They'll run a go route with this wide receiver, and then an over route with the slot receiver, and Lawrence will make a beautiful throw. Just interesting to see how they had him throw back across the field. I don't know if I like the play call. I would probably have that concept switched to the other side of the field if I was quarterback, just to make the throw a little easier. It just feels like it's unnecessarily difficult on your young quarterback. So here you get another read option. He'll end up picking up a decent chunk of yardage here. Just good to see him use his legs, keep the defense close to the line of scrimmage, allow him a lot easier throwing lanes. So now we have on the top side of the screen, we have a post route from that outside receiver with an in from the slot. Lawrence doesn't like that, so I'll just find the tight end in the flats. Nice to see him going through those progression. Didn't like anything deep, find the tight end short. Maybe Hollister can gain you a couple. Ends up gaining you about 5 to bring to 3rd and 3. Really like to see him use his legs like that. And here you get a nice out route. You get it into the hand of Chenault, one of your playmakers. Nice to see you hit that comeback. Another play action. Interesting 5-man pressure, but nothing too much to say about it. So here you get another run. This one will end up getting you into the for a touchdown on review, as he was able to stay up and get the ball in. So nice to see your running back doing some more work for you. And that will bring us to their final drive of the game, in where they will have, starting off with that comeback. It's nice to see Lawrence still playing confident, even though the game's tied under 5 minutes. You want to keep that confidence level up. You don't want to start throwing the ball away. You don't want to start getting nervous. And nice to see him have the patience. So here the wide receiver's getting that comeback, get the block from that tight end. Good throw, keep it away from the defender. Like to see it. So here, on third and 2, we'll have a concept on the top where this outside wide receiver is doing something, I don't really know what. And then you'll have a in and a drag from these two inside guys, allowing them to cross. Now, good job here getting that cross. He'll find the in route. Really a good throw and catch, like the concept. Brings you to a new set of downs, gets him to 3rd and 4. Now here, that concept on the problem on the first drive of him dropping too deep will come back. So here, you do have, he catches the ball. Now he's again 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. If he's 5 to 6 yards, he's again in the pocket. He can find like maybe that drag, throw it, allow his guy an opportunity to maybe pick up a first down. If not, hopefully get it to 4th and 1 where you can go for it and pick it up on like a read option or something. While here, he can't throw that because he has a guy in his face, and he had to drift away, allowing the defender to have coverage. So he spins out. Now he's trying to keep the play alive. He's unable to find a guy downfield who on a busted coverage, and that would lead to Burrow getting the ball back, and Burrow was able to go down and score. But other than that one issue of dropping too deep, Lawrence looked really good. Major improvements from weeks 1, 2, and 3. That's all I have for you today. See you next time, and thanks for watching.